Let's go out this door, T-Rex. See what's going on out here. Sun is up. What I wanted to see, though, is if they were loading the Over Easy gondola, and they're not. You know why? Because it's too windy. Oh. I think I made a mistake when I wrote the J Peak blog yesterday, and I said, perfect weekend of spring skiing. There's plenty of snow. It's going to turn into corn snow where the sun hits it, but I underestimated the wind. Sustained at 83 miles per hour on Mount Washington right now, gusting to 125, 7 degrees. Talk about cold air advection. And there are some snowflakes coming out of some of those clouds. So we got wind issues today. Do I even want to get on the shuttle and go over there at 8 o'clock in the morning? I don't know about that, T-Rex. I may go back to sleep. Let it soften up. It's not a morning to rush out to go skiing. So maybe our out-the-door weather happens a little earlier. So we had mud. It's frozen. And look, a tiny bit of snow fell last night. Probably walk on top of this snow. Yep. See, that's the thing. It was really, we did the National Head Wall yesterday. Danny, right down the right side of it. The National Head Wall did not turn into corn. That was kind of scary. But most of the mountain did turn into corn snow. Even though it was freezing yesterday, couldn't open the skating rink in the afternoon because of the sun. So no matter how cold it gets, if you get the sun this time of year, it gets pretty nice. And the wind is going to be diminishing, but it's going to take some time. And all the rest, T-Rex, where are you going? Okay. All the rest of the weather still looks fairly straightforward. There'll be some surprises in the next 48 hours. Somebody may get some snow or rain for our Easter sunrise. I don't think the NAM is still trying to make it snow on April Fool's Day, but there's quite a boundary around here, and so it's going to stay very active. Look at those waves, sky waves right there. See the waves? It's sheer, with the wind blowing a lot faster up around 6,000 feet than down here around 1,600 feet. All right, I'm going back in, gonna have some coffee, decide whether I want to go skiing, and maybe we'll get an early out the door weather more today. Take care of business, Rex. Good boy. All right, talk to you soon, like now. This was not part of the plan to be right here at 9 a.m. without skiing 10,000 feet of vertical. Sometimes plans don't go as you think they're supposed to go. So the Forerunner is on hold right now. It did run for a little while, and we've had dust kicking up out of the parking lot and wind gusting past 55 miles an hour in the notch, although it's nice right this second. Why so much wind today? I feel bad. I underestimated the wind. First of all, you got a surface low. No blizzard in Maine. Gusting 30 to 40 to 50, but not snowing that hard. 976 low in the Gulf of St. Lawrence. 1018 high in Ontario. So that's a very deep storm, but the high is not that high. But the thing is, we have vertically aligned wind, uniform wind from the northwest at all levels of the atmosphere, and it's mixing down especially along the spine of the Green Mountains. Check out this satellite image. See all those ripples? Those are waves, gravity waves, running in some cases perpendicular to the wind flow, right here in New York and Vermont, and then parallel to the wind flow, southeastern Canada, off of Cape Cod. Just fascinating weather dynamic occurring now. So, we're trying to pay attention to what's going to happen next week, and sometimes you lose track of what's happening right in front of you. Right in front of James Simcoe on his way to work this morning, the National Weather Service in Caribou, he says roads are packed with ice, and it's heavy snow blowing around, but not quite blizzard. So what about a blizzard next week? Sure, why not? I mean, this has just been a winter of relentless, deep storms. When I say deep, I mean the barometric pressure at the center of these storms. And it used to be that I thought 995 was deep, and then 985. Well, this winter we're dealing with a bunch of sub-980 storms. Here's the 500 millibar flow. There it is, the wind aloft from the northwest on the west side of that upper level low that is that storm in eastern Canada. That's lifting out, and now you look at the upper level low over the southwestern United States, ejecting energy across the country. some ridging in Western Canada, delivering extra cold air to central and eastern Canada. And here in New England, you kind of get a little bit of ridging going on for Monday and Tuesday before that storm deepens in the east. And now we have a cutoff low pressure system right over the northeast.
Hey, can you keep it down?
Wednesday and Thursday.
Jesus Christ.
Who said that? Where? Sorry, it's only 2 minutes. Where'd you go? I guess people slipping in. Sorry. I'll try and talk quieter. I have to compete with the wind. He doesn't want to know the forecast? What kind of person comes to Stowe, Vermont and doesn't want to know the forecast? Anyhow, sorry. So the upper level low is going to cut off here, and we're going to have a surface low cutting off also. So you want to see it play by play? Here it goes. You have this storm pulling out of the east, and you have these little ripples coming along, still up for surprises. A little bit of snow or rain for spots tomorrow and April Fool's Day, but the NAM is backed off. And then here it comes, Tuesday, warm front coming at us, rain and snow mixed, and then you have one low going into Ontario, kind of the same scenario we've been looking at, about a 985 low, and then poof, it's gone, and it redevelops over the south coast of New England. And when that happens, now you're looking at deepening low, and it turns into the 970s, sort of the same strength we have offshore right now, and that could be a blizzard in parts of New England. And it keeps on going, it loops, and it could be snowing or raining Tuesday night, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and maybe even into Saturday up here. So that could be a 4-day deep storm, maybe rivaling some of the biggest storms we've had all winter. And then if you try and look at all the snow that could come out of the sky, there goes that purple east of Maine, Gulf of St. Lawrence today. And then you have the storms coming across the country. I mean, it's starting in the Pacific Ocean, so you have so many areas, mountains west, central, and east are all getting this storm. And then when it gets here, it looks like purple to a little touch of salmon. A general 10 to 20 inch is what it looks like from this point, but there will be changes, and none of the guidance went off last night with ridiculous 3 and 4 foot amounts, but we've seen that, so I think there are going to be places that get more than 2 feet of snow. So again, that's a moving target, and here we can't even really, I did not do a good job with my 12-hour forecast, and I've obviously bothered some of my neighbors here. Security will be knocking on the door any second, so why don't we just get to the and more skiing yesterday afternoon in corn snow, except for where the sun did not illuminate the head wall up there on National. That was really tough, and you can see still plenty of snow up there. Just gonna kind of wait for it to soften up. So out the door, published this morning, and we'll ski this afternoon. Sorry, neighbor. Okay, going in now. Getting some pretty good gusts as that storm ramps up in Maine. Some beautiful sky waves, lower elevation or lower altitude cumulus, and then the higher altitude warmer air trying to come back over the top already at the beginning of new cold air advection. That means wind. Past 40. Serious government machine, weather machine clouds. Officially corn. Used to be snow, thawed out a bit, refroze, warmed up in the sun. Corn on hayride. Big bumps. Danny making it look easy, as usual.
Just absolute skis treachery. This is like you might as well just get rid of the snow and just ski on rock.
Oh, snowball. They know the snowball line. It's
See, Tim wouldn't be complaining if there's more grass.
Hey, that was fun.
That's what it's all about, Tim. Ski the East.
I believe we've got a T-Rex. There's a T-Rex sighting. You can only really see his head and his tail. The T-Rex is a pillar. This is officially closed. Corn snow. Used to be snow, now it's granular ice. They call it corn. Dry. And on other news, the valley now has no snow in it. So we're gonna have to recharge that next week. Capiche? Capiche. That's the weather guy. Still a little chilly for full on. I pray on the deck. The irony is that it was much colder today than yesterday, but I guess the difference is the sun, huh? Great night. I'm sure we'll be open again this weekend. Great night for cooling, that is. Not only one of the funnest places right now, but also a great illustration of what's going on in the weather department if we go out the door here just past 6 p.m. Great crowd. As the sun goes towards the horizon on our Good Friday, this is what it looks like in most of northern New England. And we missed the rain the last couple days. This is just melting snow and a little bit of rain. Can't imagine what it looks like in Maine and New Hampshire. Pretty ugly as far as the flooding goes. Wow. Look at those sky waves. Oh my goodness. That's sheer aloft. And more and more and more.